Hey guys, Dennis here, the founder of Think Hero.
And I'm David Griffin, your resident comic book and video game guru.
And this is our review of the Game of Thrones Season 4 teaser trailer. It just came out right before True Detective.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's back. Got to wait till April. It's almost here, beginning of April. This is going to be the second half, basically the second half of Book 3. I'll be curious to see how far they go into Book 4. But of course, I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't worry. Dennis hasn't.
I haven't read the books.
Not read the books.
I haven't read the books. You have.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spoil anything.
No spoilers, but you will give us maybe some information. If you don't want to hear anything, not spoilers, but
leave. No.
There's a few questions that I'll ask
Right.
you. But yeah, I love this trailer. I've seen it like 5-6 times already.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, you have to watch it.
Yeah, it's just like all the cool things. So like it opens with the shadow, which looks like a full-grown dragon.
Which of course is just
flying over.
Yeah. I mean, they do get bigger. They're not quite that big yet, but it's going to be. I mean, I don't know how much they're going to age them, but in the books, in Book 3, they're not huge. But I mean, I think it's the shadow. Shadows look big depending on how the sun's hitting them. But it's an awesome opening scene. I mean, the trailer for last season, season 3, was great because you saw the dragon flying out of the water. So again, this starts off again with another great shot of the dragons. Awesome, special effects.
Of course, they're gonna save probably the bigger dragon scenes for the
That's
finale.
expensive. Those are expensive shots. Looks great. I'm sure you probably see some new characters. I believe, from what I've heard, I'm not sure if the Mountain may be recast again. I know they are. There's another guy playing the Mountain. I don't know if it's the same guy as last season. Because the Mountain last season didn't have a big part. I think there was like one part where he was when Arya was talking to Tywin Lannister, and he was at the door or something. Like he had come in to tell Tywin something. He was there, but not in a big capacity. In the first season, we see him.
I think that was in season 2.
Oh wow,
maybe.
I'm way off. That was season 2. Yeah, maybe that was season 2.
I think he was barely in.
He was barely in
season 3.
Season 3, yeah, barely in it. And I think again they've cast a different guy. I believe he's a huge dude. He's massive.
I like the first Mountain.
Yeah, I liked him too, and then they changed him
Yeah.
after. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they keep changing the actors around, but I mean, whatever. Yeah, I mean,
It kind of confused me because in season 2, when he did show up with when Arya was talking with Tywin, I was like, "Who's that? I don't know who that guy is."
Right,
And then later it's like, "Oh, that's Gregor."
Gregor Clegane, the Mountain. Yeah. So
I don't quite like that. Who is this one new character in the trailer that we see that talks about that the Lannisters are not the only ones that pay their debts?
So
seems like a pretty important character.
So the one group of people that we haven't seen, and I don't know the actor's name, but the one people that we haven't seen in a while are the Dorns, I believe they're called. Again, everybody's gonna get upset. Like, look, I've read the books in like 2 years, so like I've only read them one time. I don't read them once a year. Like I don't have them memorized, so I'm sorry. But from what I remember reading, they're kind of like, I don't want to generalize, but they're Northern African, maybe Arab, maybe Persian, like a combination of all those. They're going to look more like the actor does, a little bit Middle Eastern in complexity, my skin tone, and they have their own kingdom and their own, not kingdom, but it's part of the Seven Kingdoms. They have their own area that doesn't get talked about till later on in the books as much. So this is going to be a whole new group of people. There's these really hot girls. They're in the group, but like they're strong warrior women. We're going to see them hopefully later. They're an interesting group of people that we're still learning about, even in the books as they're currently going on. So yeah, they're from the south, the south of the kingdom. Yeah.
I love the kind of the soundbite quotes that they have.
Yeah.
In this trailer, they have first with Joffrey. Of course, Joffrey being Joffrey, he's like, "Oh, they love me.
I won the war.
I won the war."
Yeah.
And you have Jaime Lannister, who's now reunited with his family.
It's like he might be getting a hand.
Yeah.
You've seen the trailers and put on a
you see that he has a fake hand.
Yeah.
But you're telling him, it's like, the war's not won.
Right.
And of course, this is typical Joffrey, mentality.
Yeah.
He thinks everyone loves him. He thinks that everyone thinks he's, the best king ever.
Yeah.
He's done all this stuff. He saved the city. It's like, what are you talking about? You ran away like a little bitch.
He's a punk, man.
Yeah.
Joffrey's a punk, yeah.
Wouldn't go fight.
No.
It was actually Tyrion that was the one who was helping saving the city.
But Tyrion's in shackles. He's in chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tyrion has his drama going on. Of course, Jon Snow, going back up to the north, has escaped the custody of the wildlings, and now you can see him. It's not spoiled. You see him in the trailer running. He's going to the wall to warn them, like they're coming. Because we know that. I know you were disappointed last season. We didn't get to see a lot of Hines.
Yeah, Kieran Hines is what's the character?
The King Beyond the Wall.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see a lot of him, but now it looks like hopefully we'll get to see more of him this season. He's a great actor.
Kind of spoiler in the trailer. Not that we thought Jon Snow would die, but remember at the end of last season, he's like all bloody and he
Right.
falls.
So the fact that you do see him alive and well, it's
Yeah.
like, well, he guess he survives.
Yeah,
right.
I bet I didn't expect him to die like that.
Right.
They would have shown something, you know.
Right.
And I'd be like, oh, and then he just happened to die.
So I mean, there's some interesting developments. What's gonna become at the kingdom there? Joffrey, what's he got going on? With his new lady. Sansa's
Oh, yeah.
Sansa's still over there. There's a lot going on.
And then
Marjorie Tyrell. Marjorie
Yeah.
Tyrell.
And then you also have Dany, who not as bad as Joffrey, not even close, but she does have a mentality of entitlement. Like, this is mine. This is
Right.
This is gonna be a new world, and they can either live in it or they're gonna die. And you have Mormont.
Mormont, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Telling her, like, and it's very what I love about Game of Thrones. It's not black and white. It's all gray. He's just saying, like, in every war, there's good people and bad people on both sides.
Because even in the books, Dany always bothered me because I always appreciate her strength and I appreciate where she comes from, but she's always so like black and white with like she has the right to rule, and I'm like, but what makes you better than anybody else? Like she has this whole thing like, oh, the kingdom, people are gonna want to come to me. I'm like, maybe not. You're kind of crazy, in a little bit. She's ruthless. I mean, she's strong, but she's ruthless.
And we saw at the end of last season, she's starting to kind of have this Jesus complex going on.
People carrying her, lifting her up, and like worshiping her and all this. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. I mean, you got Sam, you got poor Sam. Don't forget about Sam.
We saw a quick shot of Arya. Like,
Arya's
looks like she's training. I mean, she's always being interested in
She's on the road. We don't know where she's going to end up. She's on the road right now.
with
What's his name?
with the Hound.
The Hound. Yeah. So I mean, it's there's just so much good stuff coming up in this season. This is the second half. Book 3 is my favorite. Book 3 is my favorite, and this is the second half of that book. There's still more drama to come. No spoilers. There's still great stuff to come.
Yeah, and of course they end with a great line with Tyrion about, like, if you've come here for justice, you've come to the wrong place, which is basically talking about Game of Thrones. Like, if you're watching Game of Thrones and thinking
For the good guys to win and for good to prevail, like it's not going to happen.
The Starks to come back.
Yeah.
This is not the show for you.
Yeah, no, this is just always going downhill.
Yeah, if you like, puppy dogs and rainbows.
Right,
and
yep.
Good guy always winning. This
Watch Once Upon a Time. That's a good show. I like that show.
Yeah, well, watch a different show because
Right.
this show is, I think, ultimately just it's every season they just break your heart.
Yeah. Let's not
Like,
forget about,
oh, you like this character? Oh, we'll kill him.
Let's not forget about Lady Brienne of Tarth. She's still, got to see what happens to her. There's a lot of good stories coming up in this season. I can't wait to talk about it.
All right, guys. So that's what we thought of the teaser trailer. Let us know what you thought. You can post your comments below on the website, thinkhero.com, or on our YouTube channel, Think Hero Pro. Make sure you subscribe to that.
Also, come check us out on Twitter. Chat with us. Let us know about Game of Thrones. We can find us at Think Hero. I'm personally at Griffin DE.
We also have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/ThinkHeroFans. Make sure you like that page and share our videos on Twitter and Facebook and wherever. Thanks.